All right, guys. Thanks for downloading this episode. We got a chance to sit down and talk with Austin Duke, former practice squad player for the Carolina Panthers. Before we get started, if you don't mind going over to iTunes or Podbean and give us a rating, it helps out with moving up in the charts and help us get our name out there. So if you think the interview's good, leave a review and a rating. We really appreciate it.
We will probably get some more good guests on here soon.
Yeah, the more good stars we got, the more higher ratings we got, the better stars, or the better interviews we get. So
And if you're listening and you want to be on, just message us on Twitter at DPM Reviews.
yeah, so without further ado, here we go.
All right, everybody, welcome to the PM Review Show. We're sitting here talking to former wide receiver for the Panthers, Austin Duke. How's it going?
It's going well, man. How's everything going y'all's end?
It's going great. We have another great guest on for sure. I didn't
Yeah.
think we'd ever have anybody like you on here, so that's always good.
Like, glad to be here.
Yeah, definitely our biggest guest. I'd say biggest exposed guest so far. What's
So I wonder who y'all have had on. I gotta check that out.
we had you watch Last Chance U on Netflix?
Hello?
CJ Rivas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had him on
It was about a week ago or less, probably.
Sunday. We had him on Sunday. So
Yeah.
That's been
He
our
was
only
on
like
Last
really
Chance
really
U,
big
wasn't he?
guest.
yeah, he was on Last Chance U on Netflix. He played at Virginia Tech. He's at Marshall now. So
Yeah, nice.
quick shout out to thanks again to CJ Rivas if he's listening.
Absolutely, yeah. And other than that, we kind of just have like some of our friends on. We're kind of just getting started with having the guest on. So thanks for we really appreciate you saying you'd be on the show with us.
Hey, no problem. Appreciate you having me.
What was it like, kind of, being in the Panther? Let's start out in college. You played at UNCC, right?
Yep.
What'd you think about
Like
UNC?
to be known as Charlotte. Like to be known as Charlotte.
Charlotte, okay. What'd you think about UNC? What'd you think of UNC Charlotte?
I just feel like it was a great experience to build and hold relationships. I was able to go there and get my degree in business marketing.
That's pretty cool.
Any way I left, I was going to leave there, being successful at whatever I did. Fortunately, I was able to put myself in position to be successful, on the football platform and in the educational platform, in the relational part of it as well. So it was overall great experience, and I'm still right now, only being I think 10 months out of graduating, about to be a year coming up. I've been trying to build off of everything that I built there, and continue to find my way through the NFL and in the entrepreneur world as well.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, not too many people 10 months after graduating have already had a run in the NFL.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, and it's still going. It's just the beginning. Rookie year can be the toughest year.
Absolutely.
Trying to figure out everything and maneuver your way around, and some lessons you learn the hard way and everything. But it's just the beginning, and I'm just trying to just stay positive and stay motivated to keep going.
Yeah, I pulled up your college stats here. Pretty decent stats. 9 touchdowns in 2 years. That's 1,300 yards on 112 receptions. I mean, that's pretty.
That was at the D1 level.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. I mean, that's
all-time yards leader, receiving yards for the school history.
Yeah, I mean, it's always funny when I hear that because I was the first one there at receiver. We're young program, so that's the only way. Not the only way that I'll be history, but when you're writing history, you're going to be the all-time leader if you were the guy over there. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually played football in high school, and I played against Khalif.
Okay, nice.
When he went to A.L. Brown. Yeah, I played at Mount Pleasant, so I played against Khalif Phillips, and he's with the Packers now. So y'all out there producing y'all are producing NFL stars at UNCC like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, and right now Khalif's kind of in the same boat as me. As far as he was with the Packers, and now he's still going and pursuing his dream. He's not with them right now, but he'll be back soon. But yeah, that's what I try to tell people all the time. That kind of talks about Charlotte going through his tough times. Now I think I've said this 100 times throughout the season. Just it's a testament of what Coach Lambert and those guys are doing over there. And it may not even be all on Coach Lambert and them, but still at the same time, producing NFL talent and people that can play at the next level. That does so much to the younger guys to see that they can make their dreams come true as well. So and for all of us.
I remember 2015 season when we all started up. I mean, people from the Mount Pleasant area and the Concord area. I remember them going to games every single Saturday, and y'all were blowing people out of the water. It was it was unbelievable.
That was 2014.
Was that the 2014 season?
I think
okay.
that was that season. Yeah. Well, for as a team, I think that was like our most positive season.
Oh, absolutely.
Webb and Elon and actually coming back and being very competitive with some of those teams. At the D1 AA level.
Yeah, it was. I remember just the element it brought to the area, I guess, is the only word I can really think of. The vibe it brought.
There wasn't really like a really like local football team, college football team, like really local. I think that kind of it served a good purpose because a lot of people around here like it, and there's really no like.
There's nowhere to go on Saturdays. I mean.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's the thing. That's what I learned. Being in the Panthers locker room. Some of the older guys like Thomas Davis. He'll come up and they'll talk a little junk and the head strength and conditioning coach will be talking junk to me. We come in the next week, but I mean they really want to see Charlotte do well. And besides the jokes of having a tough season and talking competitively against TD with Georgia, that's a great football program. But to actually see that they know about Charlotte and they joke around like that to show that that they actually want to see Charlotte do well. So I feel like that's pretty cool. And when the time's right, the time comes, like it's going to be real huge.
Yeah, we asked CJ this question. I'd kind of like to compare and contrast with you. Back when you were at UNCC, what was the day-to-day operations like? What is a day in the life of a college athlete at UNCC?
For everybody, it's different for everybody. For myself, though, more towards the end of my career at UNC Charlotte, it was a little more chill because I took all my harder classes when I was a freshman, sophomore, and junior, and I got redshirted, so I was able to do summers, and that first year was all about books. I was able to really stack my hours. So the last year, the mindset was all about ball. I only had one class on Monday, so
oh wow,
it was all about ball and taking care of my body and getting the extra lift in and watching extra film. It was just kind of different my last year. But I guess to a whole, like through my whole college career, it was, school, football. I didn't really have much of a social life. I had a girlfriend at the time, but I didn't really have much of a social life, going through college. I had my teammates like Larry and Brandon and Jamal, hung out with those guys, but nothing, out of the ordinary.
Man,
it all paid off though. That probably was a good investment.
What'd you say?
It definitely paid off though.
What?
Kind of putting everything on hold and kind of really focusing on football your senior year definitely paid off.
Well, yeah, I knew that was. I knew the situation I was going to be in when I was going to, preparing for the league. I knew my size was going to be against me, and coming from a smaller school was going to be against me. So I was trying to make sure that I didn't have any character flaws and make sure that everything on my end was tied up, so that when I got my opportunity, they didn't see any negative things in my record. They didn't see bad grades in my record. They didn't see like any arrest on my record. I wasn't doing anything crazy.
And that's almost as important as the football these days. I mean, they don't want to invest in somebody that they think has a character flaw or they might have problems with down the road.
Yeah, I guess, but talent still overrides.
Talent's talent.
Yeah, it definitely does, but it's the tiebreaker.
You got it or you don't kind of thing. I mean, it definitely is a game within a game that you have to play sometimes, but for the most part, man, it's either you got it or you don't.
Yeah. So what was it like coming out of college and signing with the Panthers? Like, what was that whole like? Do you remember like the day you got the call or?
It was the last day of the draft. It was like the seventh round was just wrapping up. It was finishing, and so I don't really remember the day. I'm not really good with dates. So I don't got a turn on that. But yeah, it was that day, and I just remember just being excited and really trying to live in that moment and accept that moment. I think that was the biggest thing because for so long, after you hear that you don't belong for so long, or you don't think, or people don't believe in you, it kind of can play with you mentally. So just really trying to, accept that moment and accept the opportunity that I had, and I finally did that around rookie minicamp and OTAs and preseason and everything, and I was able to really make it my process and go through the steps that I needed to go through so that I could put myself in position.
Do you was it Gettleman that called you and?
No, it was Coach Lance Taylor,
Oh, for real?
and really, that was Jericho. I was in the building because Coach Jericho Kadri, he was a guy that took me under his wing, and from rookie minicamp, I had a chance to sit down and talk with him afterwards, and he was letting me know, hey man, I watch your film. I always try to, check out the list of guys that we've invited, and I knew that you could play just from your demeanor and how you carried yourself on the field, and I knew that you can play. Being a former player, he saw things that a football player possesses, and that's what he liked about me, and that's why he was sold on me.
Okay, yeah.
He was playing not too long ago, so he's a pretty good guy to have your back
Yeah,
on something.
yeah, like 2 years ago, I think he was in the game.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, the Super Bowl year. Yeah, he was there even then.
He was a big
Yeah,
factor that year.
Yeah, he was like the
yeah, he
clutch
was.
man on third downs that year.
He
For
was,
people
and
that,
if you see what they're doing, like they're using that same formula that they went back to the Super Bowl with this year.
yeah, it's, for the people that listen to our show kind of on a weekly basis, they know the Panthers are our favorite. I mean, obviously our home team, and they're our favorite team. We do weekly predictions, and we kind of throw a little favor their way sometimes. But yeah, we could sit here and go Panthers with you for hours. I mean, we absolutely love the Panthers. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're
Well,
right.
well,
You're
what
right.
I
It's
what,
looking
what
it's looking a lot like the Super Bowl year. It's looking like that. Spreading the ball around, getting Cam's eyes, moved around. The run game. I think Christian McCaffrey's helping a lot too. But
Oh yeah, for sure. And those guys, they were for they will forever be have that I'll forever have that relationship with them.
yeah, it has to be exciting signing with the going to UNC Charlotte, and then the team that's 15 minutes down the road.
Oh yeah,
Signing with them.
for
Like,
sure.
what's it like being in that locker room? What's the being with guys like Cam and Kuechly and
Um,
Davis.
I don't even really think that. It's just about those big name guys, like Cam and Luke and TD. I don't even think that it's really about that in a sense, and I say that because those guys, those are the leaders of the team. Everybody kind of gets a piece of them because it's their team. The guys that I kind of clung to when I was there was guys like Alex Armour. We came in together and developed a quick relationship, and we had a lot of similarities as far as going to smaller school. He got drafted, and both just trying to find a way to make a name for ourselves. And guys like Demir Bird, me and him are very similar in stature, and I wish I would did a better job of kind of standing behind him and following him a little bit more, from that standpoint of being the same person in stature and speed and playmaking ability. And then guys that I was getting close with as far as just like on a mental level, or like looking up to those guys like Mario Addison. I think Mario was a free agent guy, or it took him like 8 years to get him to where he is today. But just guys that kind of have similar stories and similar starts to me. I tried to really cling to those guys, not just the rookies, but guys that were free agent and just had a different obstacles that they had to go through because the situation I'm in now, being on and off the practice squad this past year, and I wasn't a draft pick. I wasn't a first round, second round. I wasn't picked. So it has to be a different mentality, a different mindset, and you can learn from everybody. You can never learn too much from anybody, but being able to see somebody that was in your shoes and make it to where they are today, I think those were the guys that I kind of tried to cling to a little bit, or do a better job of clinging to.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool way to look at it too, because everybody has to have a different path. Like not everybody can get you know the early draft pick spot. Like a lot of people they went to a different school. You have to kind of work your way up a little bit. So it's definitely
Right.
kind of cool to look at it like that.
Yeah, and Christian, I was that's my guy. We hung out and we competed with one another. And that's really at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. But guys like Fred Ross, he was a rookie undrafted guy from Mississippi State. And whether we don't have the same background as far as schools or whatever, both rookie free agents trying to still make a name for ourselves. And so yeah, Joe Webb, I think that was a big guy. That was a big guy that I really clung to. He plays quarterback.
I love Joe Webb. Yeah, he can play about anything, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were pretty upset when they let go of Joe Webb. We're big time Joe Webb fans out here.
Yeah, same here. And I didn't realize that until I got there how big of a leader Joe Webb was and how impactful he was. He's a Swiss Army knife, man.
Absolutely.
I remember one day I got tired at the Tennessee joint practice, and I look up and Joe Webb is helping me with reps. He's trading off with me.
Man, yeah, it's crazy to watch the roles he plays. Like, I mean, he could come in at quarterback, receiver, kick returner, punt returner, at kickoff. Yeah,
he's been like the special teams ace on punt teams sometimes. Like, it's crazy. He probably spends a ton of time in meetings, I would say.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, and that's the guys that you follow. Those are the type of guys that I follow, because I mean, I'm not Cam Newton or Luke Kuechly or Thomas. I'm not even Joe Webb, but just saying from the sense of, if you want to make that team or the league, period, you have to realize, who you are and follow the people that have already, set that path for you.
Yeah, it's so like what's like a practice day for the Panthers? Like what's that consist of? Like more wake up to go to bed. Like what's a day like that consist of?
Yeah, well, for practice squad, when I was there, we had 6:30 workouts at 6:30 in the morning. The rookies did, and practice squad players did. Well, not all the rookies, just practice squad players. We had 6:30 in the morning lifts from maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, sometimes Saturday. So our day would start then. Then we have meetings at 8, team meeting at 8, and then we'll go through. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, my bad. 6:30, 8 o'clock meetings, and then we'll go through meetings, and practice will probably be around 12-ish, 12:45, I think, and then practice will go to 2:45. Go back, watch, have meetings and have walkthroughs, and then our day will be over around like 4, and then wake up, do the same thing.
Gosh, that's a
very long day.
That's a rough day right there.
No, it's not. It's not really rough. I mean, that's kind of.
Well, I guess it's probably the thing where you're thinking like day 1 and day 2, you're like, man, but you think about the what you've been through, and you're like, it's completely worth it. Like it's.
Oh yeah, I mean the pay is awesome. I mean there's no other job in the world that you do what you love and get paid substantially for it.
Yeah,
so,
that's true. There's really nothing like close to it. Like there really isn't.
I mean, it's literally. I mean, I know it's. And I understand what I'm about to say. Don't take it the wrong way, but it's literally like you're almost being paid to just have fun and do what you want. I mean, you're paid to have fun. I mean, because if it's an athlete, a pro athlete, just they love it so much. It's just you're getting paid to have fun and be with your friends and stuff. I mean, it has to be the best. The best job ever. I mean.
For sure. I mean, I remember being a fan of the Carolina Panthers, and you want to meet these guys and hang out with them and stuff. And now that you get paid to hang out with them and learn with them and play with them and things, but it's a different mindset when it's your job and it's your livelihood. I think it's a really different mindset, because now we go in there. Yeah, it's a time and place for everything, but at the end of the day, you're trying to win and you're trying to compete for a job. And definitely there's times to have fun and times when you cut up and everybody in there they're friendly and you have friendships with them, but at the same time everybody's there to do their job and to contribute their talents.
Yeah, that's what I meant by like most people would take that as an insult, but it's like nah, it's you're having fun and you're getting paid to hang out with your friends and play a game that you love and you've invested your life into. I mean, all the sacrifice and everything's a complete payoff, but.
It's probably kind of weird watching them now, like knowing how they operate, like inside the facility and everything. It's kind of probably kind of weird.
It's not weird. This is just a different mindset. Just been exposed to it now. So before it looks like impossible, or it's like, man, how they do that? When now you don't have the blueprint, but you have you've been there. You've had that experience, so you know what's going on.
Yeah, so is it? I mean, you still in touch with some of the guys there, or I mean, you still talk
Oh
to
yeah,
them pretty good?
every now and then, you know, I see them out, or we see each other out. You know, we still text one another and hang out and send words of encouragement.
That's cool.
But it's a tight business where um, you never know what tomorrow's going to bring, and I think that really surprised me even when KB got traded. I didn't think you know that KB would ever go anywhere.
Yeah,
That's
we
kind
didn't
of
either.
Yeah, we totally were
just the
shocked by that.
mindset. Yeah, but with stuff like that, that's just the NFL for you. So, you have to love people from a distance, and you have to, hold relationships from a distance, and that's just how crazy the NFL is. So, hopefully, I'll be back soon. But um, it is what it is.
Yeah. How's Ron Rivera as a coach? Like, what's his like we see the on screen, like not on screen. I don't mean it like that, but we see the weekly interviews
Like
and
his coaching style, kind of.
yeah. How's he
Yeah,
like in practice?
yeah, what you see is what you get. That's from the experiences that I've had with him. That's the guy that he is. He's honest. He's no nonsense up front. He has his players back. I was on a practice squad, but he treated me as if anybody else. I don't think it's conditional. I think he's a genuine guy, and
Absolutely. Extremely knowledgeable.
He seems like a player's coach, like really hands-on with the players and everything too. I think.
Yeah, for sure. And I could be wrong. I mean, I was a rookie now, and I was only there, for six weeks. The person that he showed me is, he's an honest guy up forward. He's a competitor. He does things the right way, and I don't know him, entirely, on a personal level, but what you see is what you get from him. He's embraced me, and you know he liked what I was doing, and he's always told me words of encouragement and give me the confidence that I've needed to go out and be the best player and person that I can be. So he's a great guy in my books.
All right, well, man, we really appreciate you talking with us today. We don't want to take up too much of your time. Busy man. Austin Duke is here. He's former Panthers wide receiver.
We'll see him again, I think, though.
Yeah, hopefully we can talk to you again sometime and catch back up later on down the road.
Oh yeah, for sure. And even if I'm not with the Panthers, you guys can still contact me, man, and be involved with me, man. It was a pleasure talking to you guys, and best of luck with everything you guys are doing as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, and that's our conversation we had earlier today with Austin Duke.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed that. We that one came by surprise because the C.J. Rebus one, we had it planned out a little bit.
Yeah, this one happened within like 2 days. I mean,
we messaged him about 2 days before we recorded this. I mean,
yeah, it was
very, very, like, he was so cool about it. Like,
extremely responsive, and huge thanks to Austin Duke for taking the interview and doing it so quick and getting it done in a extremely quick fashion, and great talk.
Yeah,
I thought
I think that was
extremely
really
good
good.
talk. Awesome to talk to a Panther for us, being as we're Panthers fans and being from Charlotte. So
we watch all the games. We've been to games. We don't miss a game. Like, if you would see our setup on Sunday, like, we watch every single week.
yeah, we watch it every week. So it's cool to talk to a Panther, and hopefully we can get love to get more NFL players in here. More Panthers would be even better. That'd be a plus.
And
So.
we think we might have some guys lined up.
Yeah, we're hoping we got a couple lined up. So thanks for listening, guys.
Big thanks to Austin Duke and C.J. Rebus for
Huge,
kind of giving
huge
us some
thanks.
credibility for our first one. I would
Yeah,
say, like, those two guys.
taking our first 2 interviews we really didn't have any interviews behind us,
And it was probably helping us more than it was helping them, to be honest.
extremely. So huge thanks. Great talking with Austin Duke. Really enjoyed it.
Good, great guy. Make sure you go follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, follow that dude on Twitter. Keep
Austin,
up with him.
just type in Austin Duke. I think it's AUS10 for 10, and then Duke. I'm pretty sure he's easy to find, though. I found him on there.
Definitely go check him out on Twitter. Follow him. Great football player. Go check his highlights out from the preseason, and we were watching his UNCC highlights.
He helped put that program on the map.
Absolutely.
The Charlotte 49ers.
Great football player. So thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate the download. Appreciate the rating and review. Thanks for listening. See you next time.